Hey all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I want to welcome you. My name is Eileen. I am the owner of Fear Up. And on this channel, we talk about how to navigate your career, how to navigate life, as well as your workplace. So definitely check out my website. So today I want to talk about how I've lost weight and the principles that help me to get to where I am. Now, I don't know if you look at my old videos, you could tell that I've lost weight. It's in my face, and it's over 80, I think it's like 87 pounds now. I always struggled with my weight. There's never been a time where I never thought about my weight. But I think this time, what made it different, I followed these principles. And of course, I want to give those for you. I want to give you the principles that I use to help me. And it will also help you in your career or in anything that you do really in life. But before we get started, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. I have always worked in HR, and I created this channel because, I believe people can be and do anything in this world. You just have to have someone to guide you and coach you. And I believe that you need a coach in every part of your life, where it's spiritual, because I'm in the process of joining a new church. It is professionally, it is physically. Everybody needs someone that believes in them and that can motivate them. So in 2022, I think I was at my highest. It was over 300 pounds. And like I said, I've always tried to lose weight, but never was successful. And then also I was a caregiver. I cared for my mom. And that's how this company started, because I couldn't work and take care of her. And so when you are a caregiver, you put, the persons that you're caring for, their priority over your own. And I gained a lot of weight, and I was already big, but so I gained even more. In 2022, my sister said she found this trainer, and I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I've been to a personal trainer before, and it just didn't work. This personal trainer is different. Because it's not necessarily one-on-one. He has small group classes. And he helped me to understand that weight loss is a mind thing. It's not just what you do physically, what you eat and all that. That's important. But it's also these principles that you have to live by. And, I'm going to give you those principles. Now, these are not necessarily everything that he gave me, but he's a part of that plan. So the first thing you have to realize is setting goals. Setting goals is easy to do initially because you say, okay, I want to do this. You say, I want to lose 100 pounds, and that's your goal. And that is a really good goal. However, that's not a goal that you can see achievements day by day. So one of the things that I realize is that it is so important to have a goal that you reach for weekly. Not like this big goal, just say I want to lose 100 pounds, but there's certain steps that you have to do to get those, to that 100 pounds. And so I would suggest one of the principles for me is that you reevaluate those goals. You want to make sure like you have a daily goal, a weekly goal, a monthly goal, and a quarterly goal. And I know that sounds like a lot, but you have to be able to start at steps. Like, how people have these goals and they really have no map on how to get to it. And then if things happen in your life, your goals are going to have to change, because I know someone that, they had a goal of losing weight, but then they got into a relationship with someone and they never reevaluated those goals or changed them. Because when you're in a relationship with someone, it's no longer about you. It's about you and this other person. So that means you're going to go out more. You're going to probably eat out, more, and not going to get to the gym as much. So it's important that as you navigate life, that you change those goals and you look at them and evaluate those goals. And one of the things that you can do once you hit small goals, you need to celebrate those goals, even if it's just for yourself. You can post them on Facebook or do something that's non like food award, or rewarding yourself with food. No, you want to reward yourself with other things. So that's the first principle, is to look at your goals and constantly reevaluating them, and to also to constantly to change them, because life is going to change. That's the first. The second principle I went by, you want to associate yourself with people who have similar goals or who are striving to be a better person. And what I mean by that, it is so important that you get a community. I used to think that this world, I can do everything on my own. It simply is not true. I mean, the way that God created us, it is not for us to be on an island. It is to have other people around you who are going to help you and motivate you. Like I said, getting a trainer has truly changed my life. Not everybody, and it's not about the money, it is just getting someone to believe in you. And we have a workout family. We motivate each other. If someone is missing from a class, we reach out to them on text. Hey, hope everything's okay. We missed you. Or if we know that there's an opening in a class that we know that somebody that wants to do, we send them a text to say, hey, there's a space open. Make sure you get in it. So it is about building a community with people who are similar to you. And even if they're not, the core value is the same. They can be a different political party, and we do have that in our group, but the core of us is to be a better person. So that's the second principle. And then what falls under that is that what you listen to, what you read, what you hear affects you every single day. And so it is important that you have positive things around you. Limit the negative things that you see on the news, limit the negative things that you hear on social media, because I'm going to tell you, I stopped watching the news for 3 days. My level of anxiety was just so low because I wasn't watching all the negativity. Now, it's important to stay informed, but it's also important to be very mindful of what you're feeding your mind every day. So that's why it's important, to have a community of people who are feeding positive things into you. And I want to give you an example, because I used to be a part of the Weight Watchers group at my former employer when I was working at this company, and I was in charge of it. And I'm going to tell you, any person that was married or in a relationship and their partner did not want them to lose weight, they didn't. Because I remember how this one person used to tell me they would work out, had a great day, but when their husband came to pick them up, their favorite food, like ice cream and fast food, but they didn't want them to lose weight. And again, it was a husband and a wife, because the wife, she talked about her husband, and this man that was in our group talked about his wife didn't want him to lose weight because she said he liked him as a teddy bear. And so it's important that, it's, even though you're with someone, you still got to have other people, because if that's the only person you have in your life and they are not supportive, you got to find a group where you will feel supported in losing your weight. This is so important, and it's not just about, weight loss. It can be for your career. You need to have someone who is looking out for your best interest, and like, if you give me an example for it not to be health related, but like career related. If you're someone that wants to be an HR professional, you want to join organizations such as SHRM. It's called Society of Human Resource Managers. They have a local chapter in almost every major city. So you want to plug into those places, because you're going to meet people who are are like-minded like you. They are going to want to help you to get to that next level in your career. So it could be an accountant, it could be any type of career. And it's so important that you have people in your life who are going to pour into you, and of course it's going to be two-way, but it's important that you have that community. And like I said, this is one of the things that changed my life because I've always worked out, always, tried to lose weight, but I've never had like a group of people around me where it's a close knit, where we really try to motivate each other and help each other. And also, when you are part of a special group, where you have people with like-minded interests, it also helps with your mental health. I know a lot of people talk about ever since 2020, a lot of people are not connected with people anymore because a lot of people are working remotely, from home, and they're not doing as much as they used to do. And so it causes them to be disconnected from the world. But when you are connected to a group that has the same interests as you, it's truly going to change your life. Because I know for me, that's what helped change my life. And it doesn't have to be career or work. It can even be church. Like I said, you need to have a coach on every single level of your life, spiritual, mental, all of that. And so having a church home will also help you to build a community that can help you succeed in life. And the final thing about principle number 2 is when you have a group of people is that it also builds your resilience. What I mean by that is that you are going to be hit with many different challenges in your life. A lot of times when you have different people around you, they can help you to pull you out of that funk. When my mom passed, I really wasn't connected to a lot of people because I was working from home and I was a caregiver. So I suffered many setbacks, but being a part of a community is going to help you when you have those challenges. And so the third reason why I was able to lose weight and it can help you along the way is you have to look at your current resources. Like, what is important to you? So if you're someone and you're trying to save to take a class or anything like that, you definitely can do that. And you have to be very precise in looking at your resources, what's available to you, what are you investing in? Are you spending your time learning new skills, or is your money going towards other things? So that's the third principle, is that you want to look at where your resources are and what you're doing with them. So it's not just about money, but it's also about your time. Are you spending time being a better person? Are you spending time, complaining all the time? So that's the third principle. Like for me, I had to really take a deep dive into myself, why I am not where I want to be. What is it that I'm doing? So I had to look at myself and look at what I am putting into the new me. And then the next thing is the principle that I had to do is I had to learn how to plan my activities. I needed to learn how to plan time for my workout. And this is also for family time. You need to not every day you want to have a calendar. Now, I'm not saying you got to be someone that every minute of every hour you have to have something, be doing something. No, but for me, it is important that I have a schedule and I stick to that schedule, meaning that meal prepping. I need to make sure that I meal prep on the weekend so I can have free time during the week to do things that I love to do, such as working out, hanging out with my friends or something. But it's important that I plan that, because if you don't, you want to plan to fail, because that's something my grandmother used to always say. And that is the principle that I really, really try to stick by. So I have a calendar, I have alerts, to remind me of certain things, because, the day gets so busy that it can just totally slip my mind. So that's the other principle that you definitely want to make sure that you do. And finally, you want to consistently gain knowledge. You want to have a plan on how you are going to gain knowledge. Now, this can go in any area. So like for me, I learned so much about working out. I listened to so many different podcasts. I read this book called Outlived. This book, and I'm gonna put the link in my bio, because this book truly changed my life. It talks about how important working out is. Now, yes, it's important to eat healthy, but it's also important to work out. And so you want to develop a plan to make sure that you are constantly learning something new every day. Not, and for me, it's not just working out, but it's also about my career. What is it that I need to learn about in HR? What's new? Like for me, the big thing is AI. So I am getting my hands on so many books about AI and how to use it to enhance my businesses and to help my clients. So those are the principles that I feel like will help you become successful in weight loss. It will help you become successful in your career and just an overall being successful. If you're an entrepreneur or if you're thinking about being one, these principles will help you along the way. And this is what I use to help me to lose over 80 pounds. Now, I'm still not done because I'm not in my ideal weight, but I thought it was important that I talk about it because there's so many ways to lose weight quickly and non-effectively. I think the most important thing is to figure out who you are as a person and why you want to lose weight, because it's great to get the accolades. You look great, but it's more about physical health, at least for me. And this, because it's never about just losing the weight, because it's going to be a life journey in order to keep the weight off and to continue to lose and to be healthy. Because the older you get, the more physical healthy you want to be. Because when you're 20 and the life, you can do whatever and still be okay. But when you get older, it's important that you have physical activities, because as you get older, you lose muscle mass, and that's what causes people to when they get older, they fall and they can't get up because they don't have the muscle mass anymore. So I learned that, from this book. But anyway, that's my video. I would love to hear what you think. If you have some other tips and principles to help you to be successful, definitely share them. I would love to hear from you. And if you please like this video. I feel like I'm begging, but I am begging. If you can like my video, subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye.